intro and do a sexy voice. Do a sexy voice to me, Sewell.
Good evening and welcome to a special edition of Rotten Romance Aunties Reddit Roulette.
Yeah!
Ooh, sorry, that was
now
really
that we're all
obnoxious.
looking at each other, maybe we could try and harmonize for Teal.
No.
No.
We're going to fuck that up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
1000%.
it's not like we never fuck it up.
we always fuck it up.
So this is actually, we're doing video because it's a celebration. We're celebrating 1,000 downloads.
1,000 fucking downloads. People have actually been listening to us.
What did I hear on Reddit? That you can consider it a job when you get 10,000 downloads a day.
Oh, we're so close.
Oh yeah, we're right there.
Ours has been 1,000 downloads
Easy.
for 90 days, which means that we're a little over 10 a day, which puts us at, is that even 1%? This is, so to celebrate, we actually asked the people on our Facebook page which kind of mini-sode we might be able to do to celebrate, and that's why we moved to video just for this one, and we are gonna do the Reddit Roulette.
Woo!
Woo! Are you guys ready for some Reddit Roulette?
Oh yeah, I want to tell some bitches what to do.
So we have a video and we're celebrating Reddit Roulette, and if you haven't listened before, Reddit Roulette is we go through Reddit, we go through one of their subreddits, they call it, or a Reddit thread basically, of relationships_advice. We kind of flip the roulette wheel and we read somebody's problems and then we give them actual advice. It might not be good advice,
but we're very
terrible.
convinced of our advice.
I would like everybody to know that we are all in very solid relationships, though. So we are
That's
doing
true.
something right.
It's true.
That's true, and long term also.
Yeah, I mean, many of us are looking over a decade.
Okay, so I have one flipping through the pages. I can no longer see you guys, so tell me if I look pretty right now.
So pretty.
God,
So
you look
pretty.
gorgeous.
Thank you. I, 25 male, discovered my boyfriend, 30 male, has been adding butter, this is some fuckery, I'm telling you right now, adding butter, coconut oil, and other high-calorie fats to my food to prevent me losing weight.
What?
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah. So to go on, I'm really not sure how to resolve this. I've been eating extremely healthy for about 6 months. First 4 months, my partner and I were both dieting. He wasn't losing weight like I was.
It's because he was putting so much fucking butter in it.
because he was snacking on sweets and wasn't going to the gym. Since the quarantine started, I noticed my weight loss slowed down and I was gaining weight back and I didn't know why, et cetera, et cetera. There's like a bunch of stuff. My partner gave up on dieting and he was jealous of the discipline and the progress I was making, blah, blah, blah. I followed him to the kitchen and saw a jar of coconut oil on the counter, asked him why he would put coconut oil in the coffee, and we got into an argument. He finally confessed to me he's been adding fast to my food since the quarantine started because he feels like I'm not getting enough calories. And now, I don't know about you guys, like my first thing is like, well, maybe,
I'm on keto?
eating disorder, or one of them's on keto, right? So you're going to put coconut oil in the coffee. But no, apparently this guy has a dietitian, eating the right amount of food, a 200 calorie deficit below maintenance.
Okay.
Vegetarian meal plan. Yeah. And partner says he did it because he worried.
No.
And I feel
that's a control issue.
Yeah,
And
what do I
actually-
do when not talking? I think it's awful.
Yeah, and that's really common in relationships too. It's very
Is it
interesting.
really?
Yes,
Wait,
it is actually
What's common?
Sabotaging diet.
sabotaging.
But I also think that sabotaging you by putting things in front of you that you aren't resisting is one thing that's still in your control. Sneaking calories into your partner's food, that is some bullshit.
That's lying. And
It's weird.
That's sneaky bullshit.
Oh, yeah, this is
Yeah.
normal.
And sometimes it's a jealousy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if my significant other gets too thin or gets too good looking, they'll leave me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
I feel like it's a huge breach of trust for me, and I don't think I'd be able to trust them again going forward. So I'm not sure. I mean, you'd have to put in a lot of work to get to being okay if you're wanting to continue the relationship, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could. That's a whole lot of manipulation right there.
I'd be over
Cheating,
it.
or I'm not sure what to call it, really.
I'd be done.
Yeah.
Like, how could you ever?
Well, so let's actually think about it though, because these guys might have been together for a really long time. So, Nikki, your man, Jimmy, like we have to put a face on this.
Okay.
Jimmy has been putting fat in your food. Now you guys have been, well, obviously he's putting fat in your food because of your diet, but he's putting,
Yeah,
he's,
right.
he's sprinkling oatmeal in your fucking food and you don't.
I'd be over. It'd be over.
Like, you guys have been together
Yeah.
for a very long time. Like, that would just be it?
That would be it. Because it would put all of our history in question.
Okay.
It would put
What else did he lie about? What else was he
Yeah,
doing?
what else? So have I been being manipulated this whole time? Have I been getting sabotaged this whole time? I'd be done. How would I ever rebuild that trust? I'd rather
I don't know.
it on me with like 3 different women over the decade, and then we could talk about that. But because that's something that would be his action and something that he would have to take responsibility for. But sabotaging me, especially physically and emotionally and psychologically,
Is that really love?
yeah, how would that ever count for
No,
anything?
it's not love, it's control.
Manipulation. And control, exactly. Yeah. All right, so let me pull up another one that I think is
Oh, I don't think we actually gave him any advice. You're fucked.
we did. I think
run,
we were like, this
run
is
far.
get
Get
out.
the fuck,
Yeah.
get
like,
the fuck out.
Okay, there's a cement answer.
Yeah, his
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
It will get out. You know, his question was, he says he did it because he was worried I was starving myself. Either way, I'm disgusted. It's completely wrong. What do I do? We're currently not talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep not talking.
Head
Put
out.
that shit,
Yeah.
put your shit in a bag, move next door, whatever you have to do to get
Well,
away.
he can't go anywhere right now. That's the worst thing, is that
Uh-oh.
this is happening where, like, motels aren't operating.
Right, you're stuck.
He's fucked.
He is, a little bit.
Yeah.
I wish you well, sweetheart. We love you.
Sorry, buddy. I hope
Okay.
that person uses their own bathroom.
Seriously. Okay. My girlfriend, 22 female, has come out to me, 25 male, as asexual, and I'm conflicted. Okay. Long story short, my girlfriend has just come out to me as asexual. I'm very much not asexual. We've had a sexual relationship so far, which she claims to be fine with, but after she opened up to me, I have growing feelings of conflict, guilt, and worry she secretly dislikes the sex. Are our differing sexualities too much of a difference in the long run?
Oh, baby.
That's a
Probably.
good one, man. That's
Yeah, they
I mean,
probably
probably it is. You know, difference in sex drive, sex and money.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of the huge relationship killers.
Yeah.
You know,
and kids, unfortunately.
yeah.
And kids.
And we've probably all been in the relationship where the sex drive of the 2 parties is very different. And it is a constant source of stress. You can love someone who is asexual. You can be dear friends to them. But if sex is important to you,
Right.
then that's not going to work.
Help a girl out here. Quick
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Asexual is lack of sexuality and low sex drive, correct?
Completely
Yeah.
disinterested.
Yeah. No interest
Okay.
in sex.
Right.
I want to give props to the boyfriend for really thinking about
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I
If
actually
you
want to give.
have the fact that you're going to still consider a future with someone who has basically said to you, I am probably never going to want nor enjoy sex with you for the rest of our days. And someone's still saying, I love this person, and how do I make this work, and can I make it work? I think that's enormous.
And what I understand from what you read, his partner was saying it's okay with you. Is that from the past sexual experience? Is that now going
I think
forward?
she said, what we're doing right now is okay. I can deal with it.
Yeah,
It's not,
yeah.
it's not, I'm digging it. It's just like, I mean, I'll lay here while you
Right,
stick
like
your penis in
I'll
me.
do it, and we have done it,
That's cool.
and it's
Yeah.
cool, but I don't want to, and I'm not really into it.
I
And
think that
but I
level
do
of
think
disparity.
Could be made.
I actually have, I mean, I have an opinion. Ha! That's weird. But no, that's pretty intense for her. That's really, but she's also 22?
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
So here's the other thing, and I don't want to be this person, but I deal with this occupationally on a regular basis. And the problem that I don't want to put in your head, but you also need to remember is she might just not be into sex with you. I'm not saying that she doesn't know herself. I just know a lot of women that have been not asexual, and then were in a relationship that they thought was everything that they wanted, their sex drive slowly dwindled until it was gone, and they thought it was them. And what it really was is that they were compatible in every way except sexually. And so she might very well be thinking, oh, it must be me. Right. But it might just be that you guys don't jive.
Good point.
Well, and there's also maybe, honestly, maybe she needs to have her hormones checked.
Mm-hmm. Also that. The asexuality, though, I thought was also, I mean, even if you're not necessarily interested in your partner, there's still frequently some sex drive, aside from the hormone piece, thinking movie stars are attractive or being romances and erotica and being turned on by that. And if she's not experiencing any of that, if there's no, I mean, I think somebody would probably really investigate that. It could be excuse, but then
Nikki, you and I would really investigate that. I'm not trying to be disappointing to her, but she's 22. When I was 22, if I was in a relationship with somebody and I didn't want to fuck them and I was in love with them, I probably would assume that I was asexual. Absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think that they should keep talking about it. And
I do too. I think
there are, not to be, I don't want to make any assumptions, but if they are truly compatible in every other way, none of us are going to get all of our needs met from one person, ever. That's why we have friends. That's why I have whatever.
That's why we have this podcast.
That's why. But I will say that and sex is a big one, but there are other ways to meet sexual needs, and maybe they can consider an open relationship.
And
if they really have that much trust and affection for one another, and the sex is the only part missing, that can be found elsewhere.
Yeah.
It also depends on his sex drive. Now, I know there must be some sort of sex drive because he wrote in concerned about this, but.
Well, he has a high sex drive.
He does.
Yeah, girl, that's what he said.
That is rough.
I am not asexual. I am super sexual, and my girlfriend is not sexual. So, yeah.
I feel for him so much.
I do too.
Not because I've been that person. I've been on the other end. But the amount of trust that those two are showing each other by talking about
it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, guys. You keep it up. And don't. But the thing is, it's not either of your guys' fault if this doesn't work out. True. And I'm not trying to be that person, but we are your ranties, so we're going to talk about long game, and you might not want to hear about this right now, but 10 years from now, you might appreciate this. It's not your fault if this doesn't work out. It just means that the chemistry is not right.
That's a good point, Phoebe.
Okay, I think we're all going to have really strong opinions on this one.
When do we not have really strong opinions?
You know what?
This is big, though.
Fuck that guy. I'm already there.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I think our last one is the first time that we haven't said fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so here we go. Boy, male 24, won't be my boyfriend, but wants me, 20 female, to act like a girlfriend for him.
Don't read anymore. Don't read anymore. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear another fucking word.
Yeah, she does this. Should I keep in contact? I love him so much.
No. Honey, you're 20 and it's gonna hurt like hell, and you're gonna be pissed off about this forever.
Now, I will
Run
say,
away now.
there are a lot of people, I think, and this could be one of those situations where she's acting like a girlfriend and he's never asked her to. And so let's be realistic about that too.
But whether or not he's asked her to or not does not change our answer to her. You need to go
True. You need to leave. You need to leave if you're not getting what you need.
Yes.
For sure. Whether or not you get to be pissed at him depends on whether or not he asked you.
I did not tell you to be pissed at him. I said you're going to be sad about this for a really long time. You're going to be mad at us for saying this without even reading the rest of your request.
Yeah.
But the reason why we all did this is because we were all 20.
That is true.
I'm still in my 20s, you know.
Wait, are you really?
No.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I was the youngest.
I feel he's all sensitive. What? No,
I'm the baby.
All right, well, then we'll move on.
Yeah, just run away, honey. Like, just run away.
Yeah, everybody agrees. Run away. This is no good. Okay, so here's one that's kind of an interesting one. Can falling in love feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
I can't rationalize it. I can't pinpoint what makes this person or even this connection so different from what I've experienced previously. I feel so emotionally vulnerable. There's a good sign. It's like the floor is falling beneath my feet and I'm somehow okay with it. And the kicker is it's all happening in the middle of a pandemic. I'm so confused, disoriented, scared, and excited. Is this what it is supposed to be like? I'm gonna
I
go
have a
with the big
question.
yes. I don't know how old they are. I don't know.
Is this an internet relationship?
That was my
Because
question,
this
too.
is
I don't
in the middle of a
know.
pandemic. If this is an internet relationship, you need to put that on hold until you spend 3 months dealing with this motherfucker and what they're normally
In person.
Agreed.
So I will also
And-
say that
Yeah.
in a heightened emotional situation, a very stressful time like a pandemic,
Mhm.
it is very easy to have like emotional distraction. I don't know, that's not the right word, but like
Some people are fucking like crazy right now. Most of us are
Yeah.
just drinking.
My water. Drinking my water.
I'm really proud of you. You're so hydrated.
Sister holier than thou over there.
I'm getting
mother,
there.
mother superiority complex.
Superiority
Oh,
complex.
yeah.
Of course, me Swell's like real dry over there.
That's Sister Mary bitch face, by the way.
Oh,
to you.
sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not a sister. Haha.
Okay. So yes, so I guess we're all agreeing that it can feel uncomfortable. It is probably what it's supposed to be like. That said, it sounds like we're kind of at a consensus that it is what it's supposed to be like, but that may not be very genuine right now because of this heightened arena.
right.
I have,
Yeah.
so I'm. If you've fallen in love before, then you know that this is different. The fact that you had to ask us if this is weird makes me say you should think about this. Like, I don't think that this is a bad thing. There's discomfort that can come with this, but if you are asking this question, then that means that you need to think about this a lot, because the minute you start asking, oh, is this weird? Then you actually think this is weird.
You probably already know the answer to your question. That's possible.
Like follow your gut kind of thing.
Yeah. Whatever fucking gut feeling you have, do not talk yourself out of it. You can allow yourself to have your mind changed by them, but you do not talk yourself out of anything.
Well, I mean, in this particular one, I don't think they were trying to talk themselves in or out. I think they were just saying, hey, this is new for me. Is this how it feels for people who have been in love in long term? Because I haven't felt like this before. And I think it's actually kind of cool that they've described it in this way.
If you're in our romance novels that we talk about all the time, absolutely.
Yeah,
this is
exactly
fucking normal. This is and you guys should both be struggling for control and $500,000 and drugs.
Well, what we don't know is how the other person feels at all.
Exactly. And so the other thing is,
in love and the other person not be.
Honey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you've got a gut instinct that something's weird, feel it out. But otherwise, if you feel good and he feels good, then fuck yeah.
Yeah, is it weird good or is it weird bad?
Yeah. It all seems like weird good. So I think
if you feel good, then cool.
Fuck me for trying to come up with something goddamn positive for you bitches one time.
Hey, no.
Hey, I'm all flowers and sunshine with this.
I'm just kidding. This one, I think we're going to have strong opinions about this one too. Am I being used for sex? Now,
yes.
Pause again. If you erase the idea that if you're asking the question, you already know the answer.
Okay, I'm listening now.
Okay. I'm 23, female, and the guy I'm seeing is 24, male. We've recently started dating in early March. Everything is going fine. I had sex with him.
Is this posted today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Had sex with him a couple weeks ago, and that's what all our meetups led to. On top of that, he doesn't want to spend the night. He'll always tell me after sex that he isn't staying. Last Saturday, he came over around 3. We hung out and cooked together. Then around 9, we had sex. As he was getting dressed, I asked him why he was putting clothes on. He said, I'm going home. I asked why. He said, I have no real reason. So then he said he'll come over Tuesday and spend the night. I say, okay. So Tuesday comes. I dressed up in a maid costume to tease him. I would purposely bend over so he would see my underwear, blah, blah, blah. Did the falling on top. Eventually led to sex, which was on purpose. I like sex. I just wish he would stay over. After the maid outfit thing, he ended up leaving. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but it's hard not to feel like I'm being used for sex when he leaves right after.
Yeah, first of all, have you been clear with your needs and your intentions?
I was just going to say, I do think that that's the extent of the relationship as he sees it, but I don't know that that's using someone maliciously or deliberately. The point I have here is that she didn't say that he has ever indicated that he liked her and then she feels used.
Well, I'm just saying that she might have thought that that was implied.
That's not fair.
No,
No,
that's
no.
not
I mean,
fair.
in her
don't care.
Reddit listing, she might have thought it was implied. She says,
No.
"I'm seeing this guy."
The most they've done that wasn't sex was hung out one time and cooked together.
Okay,
But that's my question too. Is that just her expectation without communicating that with him? Does he know that?
It sounds like it.
You know?
It sounds like
I don't know. I think that I'm kind of given two answers for two different scenarios because I don't think this sounds one way or the other. I think this is something that she did not advise us on if they talked about if this was going to be a relationship or not. So
if they didn't talk about whether it's going to be a relationship, then
she needs to get the fuck over it.
Well, be clear about your expectations.
set your boundaries.
If he is interested, great. If he's not, then both of you need to move on.
And when you make the plan to talk about it.
Right. If you had that conversation and he said, yes, I'm interested in a relationship, then at a certain point you need to have a conversation about what does a relationship mean to you? Because these are things that are important to me. It is important to me that you stay the night. It is important to me that we spend time together doing things other than sex.
Mm-hmm. I'm not judging her for that at all.
No.
I'm judging her for if she's going to feel used every time she presents herself for sex and then someone has sex with her, that's a victim mentality that leads to really bad things.
I don't know. That scenario sounds something. Sorry, Denise.
I said if all you do is present sex and you don't present other boundaries and then that person accepts sex, you don't get to say they're using it.
He comes over, we have sex, and he leaves.
Right.
That I can side with you. On the French Maid thing, though, I feel like she was just trying to give him a treat because he said he would spend the night. And that's actually the thing that I'm the most fucking pissed off about this entire situation.
Yeah, you know what?
Like, he promised you that he would spend the night, and he didn't.
I can feel you on that. I can feel you on that, Phoebe, for sure. Like, maid's outfit, like, it's special.
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from, but I just feel like we need more information.
Yes.
Well, always. These are always.
And also, this is yet again, just like in all the books we read, a situation that could have been solved by
with
one fucking conversation.
And it may result in fuck that guy. So you are not wrong, Selena.
Right.
It just you have to be willing to say fuck that guy, because the biggest problem, and I know we're running out of time, but the biggest problem that chicks run into, especially in this age group, and I'm sorry I just deal with these bitches all the time, so now I'm just like but it's okay to be clear with your expectations. What you're doing right now is you're afraid that if you tell them what you want, they're going to run away. Well, fucking good.
That might be true, but they need to go.
Just like if you have herpes I'm sorry.
Right? You won't be happy either way, right? So if you don't set your expectations and you keep getting disappointed, then that's
You can't ask you can't ask the people in your life, any relationship, family, friends,
zucchinis,
romantic partner. You can't ask anyone to be psychic.
Right.
You have to tell them what you want. You have to tell them what your expectations are and what you need, and let them choose then. And if they say, I'm not into that, then you choose what you can live with, but you can't ask more of them.
We are out of time, my darlings.
1 minute left. So thank you guys for 1,000 downloads.
We love you.
Super excited. We love you. Kissy noise.
Kissy face.